Hey guys, it's Charlie. It's January 27th, Wednesday. We're about a half hour, 45 minutes before the State of the Union address. I wanted to put out a video today talking a little bit about Geithner, Bernanke, and what President Obama is, reportedly going to say tonight. First of all, we're going to talk about, he's going to come on and talk about jobs and the economy. And, I heard some of the transcripts or some of the planned speech that he was going to give, and it just infuriated me because, here we are. I'm in business-to-business sales. I see people every day who are about to lose their job, who are twiddling their thumbs, waiting for the miraculous Messiah to fix this economy. And I want to say to him, are you ever going to be tired of being treated like an infant? Do you truly believe that your fate is even an inkling of a consideration to the political elite in Washington or to the upper strata of the finance system? Because if you do believe that, if you believe they care for 1 second about you, then you truly are an infant. And you know what? You deserve what you get. Because here's what's coming, guys. There is no help coming for small business. There is no help coming for your small bank, your local credit union. It's not happening. You want proof? Here's your proof. We're a year and a half into this thing. We're $24 trillion into this thing. And who is saved? The top 1% of this nation. The elite banksters who are raking in record profits. You're being told to suck on it because, green shoots are around the corner. The recession is over. Don't worry about it. 2010 is going to be a better year. Everything in 2010 is going to be worse than 2009, which is worse than 2008. In the history of this nation, 1 year of home decline pricing. That's what this nation's had. 1 year during the Great Depression, home prices fell. We've had 2 years in a row and a guaranteed third in 2010. We are in a depression. We are not in recovery. I don't care what these Ivy League idiots come on television and tell you about, oh, well, this is better, that's better. Nothing is working in this country unless the government has its hand up its skirt like a damn puppet guiding it along. Nothing. No homes would be sold if it wasn't for tax credits. No cars would be sold if it wasn't for gimmicks, giving people $4,000 so they can trade in a perfectly good car and watch it be crushed. Are we insane? Have we... Let me get back to my points. Obama's going to come on tonight and talk about a spending freeze in discretionary spending. Well, that's just great, because we're coming off a year of $1.4 trillion deficit spending. That's great. Now we're froze at $1.4 trillion. We're not going to spend any more, but no less either. Wonderful. Who's buying it? This is going to help small business. We just get done with a $787 billion stimulus package that truly is going to cost you and I $1.3 trillion, that was written by special interests, for special interests, given to create more government jobs, or as I like to call it, more voting block. And all of a sudden we're going to now focus on the true creator of wealth in this nation, small business, who creates over 70% of the jobs that you and I go to work to. Now we're going to focus on them? I don't buy it for 1 second. The whole thing is a gimmick to pivot off of healthcare, which failed miserably, and now we're looking to deflect, distract, while the criminals keep raiding the storehouses, keep robbing the wealth of this nation. Tim Geithner today gave a performance that was mind-numbing. Unbelievable that he could sit there before Congress, which is now meaningless in my opinion. The Congress is impotent, in my opinion. They have no power anymore. It's all done around them. It's a joke. I imagine all these guys, Geithner, Polson, Bernanke, all getting together at the yacht club after congressional testimony and tipping a glass to how they're screwing the American people. And oh my God, Congress thinks they can tell us what to do? I don't think so. And the drumbeat continues today. He's caught by his own documentation from the Federal Reserve of New York, which he was president of at the time, covering up $100 billion at least dollars paid to his cronies. These were negotiations that they had already managed to take, for the counterparties to take less than 100 cents on the dollar. They had already agreed they didn't need to take 100%. But oh no, if you're in with the crew, you get 100%. It doesn't matter that your 401k got cut in half. It doesn't matter that we're sitting at 17.5% unemployment. Screw the American people. We're making our buddies whole. You know, I still remember that day a few months ago when President Obama comes on television and says he doesn't stand behind those greedy profiteers that hold bonds on Chrysler. These greedy profiteers, like the Indiana Bond Fund. You know, hard-working people who put their money to Chrysler in the form of bonds because it's safe. They get 30 cents on the dollar. But if you can rub elbows in your $10,000 suit with Tim Geithner, you get 100 cents on the dollar. Sure, it's criminal. Sure, we'll cover it up. Sure, we'll launder the money through AIG. And if the American people say something, we'll tell them the stock market's going to crash. Which is exactly what he says in this article I'm going to post with this video from the Huffington Post, where Geithner goes on to say, if Bernanke isn't confirmed, it's going to be adverse to the economy. But don't worry, he understands how the American people feel. And it'd be best for everybody if the criminal in chief, the true leader of the thugs, gets another 4 years as emperor of this country. Any rate, you know, hold on, guys. It's going to get bumpy from here. My opinion is this is coming to a head. You know, we're finally seeing some people in Congress, not because they have morals or backbone, but because they're worried about getting reelected. We're finally seeing them shed some light in the dark corners of what's really happening on Wall Street and in Washington. So it's going to get bumpy from here on out. That's all I got.